Ever wonder how one song turned the entire nation into a dance floor? Let me tell you about the wild story of The Twist and how it became the soundtrack of a generation. Picture this: 1960, America is still recovering from the Eisenhower era, and suddenly, everyone's hips are moving to a beat no one saw coming. But here's the kicker: this wasn't just a song. It was a cultural earthquake, and the man who set it off wasn't even the original artist. Personally, I think that's the most fascinating part. How do you take a song that a label dismissed as a B-side and turn it into a national obsession? Let's break this down. You know what really bugs me about this story? The way the music industry almost missed the biggest dance craze of the century. Hank Ballard wrote The Twist and recorded it with his band, the Midnighters. He knew it was something special, but his label, King Records, didn't. They stuck it on the B-side of another song, basically burying it. Can you imagine? A hit single being hidden away like a secret. What many people don't realize is that labels back then were terrified of anything that felt too different. And The Twist, with its hip-swinging moves, was definitely different. It wasn't just music, it was a rebellion against the stiff, upright dancing of the past. From my perspective, that's what makes this story so powerful. It's proof that sometimes, the people who get the most credit aren't the ones who started it all. Now, let's talk about Dick Clark. This guy wasn't just a TV host, he was a cultural architect. When he heard The Twist, he didn't see a B-side. He saw a revolution. And he had the guts to push it onto Chubby, a teenager with a voice that didn't sound like the typical rock and roll stars of the time. What makes this really interesting is how Clark used his platform on American Bandstand to amplify the song. He didn't just play it, he made it a spectacle. Think about that, a TV show that was already a hub for teen culture, now turning a forgotten B-side into a phenomenon. In my opinion, Clark was the real genius here. He understood that music wasn't just about the notes, it was about the experience, the movement, the way people connected with it. But here's a detail I find absolutely fascinating: Chubby didn't even write the song. He was just the face of it. And yet, he became the icon. That raises a deeper question: how much of a star are you if you're just performing someone else's creation? I mean, think about it. Checker's version was almost identical to Ballard's, yet he got the fame. It's like the music industry's version of a remix gone viral. But what's even wilder is that Checker's label re-released the song in 1961, and it climbed back to #1. That's not just a hit, it's a time machine. A song that could restart its own success story. If you take a step back and think about it, that's the kind of momentum that defines an era. It wasn't just a dance, it was a movement, and it had legs. So, what does this say about us? About how trends are born? I think it shows that sometimes, the right person at the right time can turn a forgotten idea into a cultural landmark. But here's the thing, we are still doing this today. TikTok dances, viral challenges, songs that get resurrected decades later. The Twist wasn't just a song, it was the blueprint for every dance craze that followed. And that, my friends, is why this story still matters. What would happen if we applied this lesson to today's music? Could a TikTok trend become the next Twist? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Because at the end of the day, music isn't just about the artists, it's about the people who make it matter.